We're live, baby. Yeah. Are we live? Yes,
Oh, we are.
Ah!
Look at us.
Look at us. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
OMG.
Look at us.
Oh my goodness. Would you looky. She's closer. I'm not really this short. She's just closer to the camera.
Go back to our videos and stuff and see our pictures.
Ma'am.
You'll see.
We're not kicking off to a good start, Ty.
That's why when we record outside, she had to be up on top of the hill and I had to be down the hill.
Don't do me.
She was short.
Don't do me.
Hey, Jazzy.
Hey, Jazz. Hey, Ralph. Listen, there's so many things happening, and we are so excited to finally be back, man.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So
Did you
excited.
look at us? Thank y'all for bringing two dark-skinned girls back.
Okay? Period. And we're doing live this time, so you know.
Listen.
I may be messing up a little bit, but that's okay, okay?
We'll be alright. Take all mistakes and love, because y'all love us, so y'all the reason we back anyway.
Yes.
Okay? Happy New Year. I see you. Y'all getting into it, okay? Could you check your the group chat, because there was something in there and I didn't get a chance to download.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. All right, first things first. Listen, y'all see the background. Y'all know where we at. We up in there. Y'all see it, but done by the lovely Mimi Mavor and of course Ed Manor. Just so much talent here in Mavor. So we are recording live from the Mavor Center, which is still under construction. Okay, we got so many things that we still need to do up in here. So if you would like to send us a donation, you can Cash App $Mavor and send your donations over there. We also have like an Amazon wish list. Anything you want to do to help out the Mavor Center, please do so. It's because of y'all that we can continue to do the things that we're doing. And thank you again, Mimi Mavor, for this beautiful
backdrop. I ain't no Vanna White, but I'm Tiberian. I'm gonna present this, okay?
Listen, we came a long way from Dollar Tree poster boards and makeshift backgrounds. We here and we official. Thank you, Mimi Mavor, and thank you, Ralph Mavor, and all the team of Mavor for letting us shoot here at the Mavor Center.
So beautiful. I walked in and was like, oh, okay, y'all giving me New York Museum type of vibes. Okay.
It's giving all that it's supposed to give. All right, so now that we see quite a few people in the room, I guess we're going to get started officially since we back. So, hey y'all, it's Ladies Vibez with Golden
and Ty.
Listen, today's topic is naturally self-reflection, because I know y'all probably wondering where we been and where we was at, and so many things happen. So first things first, we coming at you since we're doing it live. We come with a different flavor. I want to start with what's going on in your world, Ty. What's your mental health looking like? Let's check in.
Nah, I ain't got no comforter because I just let me put myself underneath the blankets real quick.
You need a cup of coffee.
Okay, man, coffee not good for me, but we gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
But the reflection of me on the past year that's been going on. It's been. I could talk all day about all the negative. Who doesn't have things going up and down in your life? It's been a lot of down. I will say that, but I will say this: that I appreciate the downs, because what it's doing is just making me stronger.
Okay.
It's giving me to move forward, and I know how to move forward now in 2023 to lead those ones in 2022. A lot of changes have happened. I've been, we've been even though we haven't been here, we've been to the way. We've been working, Mavor just been blowing up, and I just had many opportunities to present myself, my craft of choreography with my little praise dancer.
Funny.
So I'm just
y'all praise dancers basically gonna have to get some money for mascara and eyelash glue, cause honey, tears.
Okay.
The songs start and they just do one of these, and I'm like,
I'm just thankful and grateful. I just pour all that all that downness that happened in 2022, that was happening in 2022, I put that into my craft with my little girls, and they is just blessing every church ministry that's going on right now.
Well, so tell them the name.
So we're called Royalty Praise Dancers. We got like 4 or 5 of us. The 5 is me when I'm not out of breath. You know, you're gonna catch me here and there, maybe dance or so. You know, but you'll see them soon. You'll see them everywhere. They're going to be on many platforms that speak it into existence because I really believe in them. And I'm just grateful that they believe in me. Yeah. So that's literally where I'm going at right now. It's just putting all my energy into my craft. No procrastination with it. Just getting to it and not looking back. Because I really believe in this. And this is what I'm going for. So 2023, look out for me. Ooh. Because that is what I'm striving for and what I'm going for. And that's what I'm getting. Period. What's up with you, Golden?
Listen, like she said, like just because you didn't see us doesn't mean that our schedule was not jam-packed. Listen, Mavor will certainly give you more because there's so much, like there's so many of us, and that's such a blessing.
Yes.
And it's just been one thing after another, but in a good way. Like not really tiring, just like busy, super booked and busy. We just did Ignite. We celebrated our anniversary. We had music videos come out. We got music out. We got more music coming. Honey, we got so much things happening. But what's going on in my world? I'm just so glad to be back to where it all started. Like since Lady Vibez has started, this is our 4th season. And during COVID, it was a little bit difficult to get things done, but we got them done. And now I'm on another podcast, so it feels good to be back home on my podcast, doing Ladies Vibes and doing it live now. So I'm like, that's gonna be something to navigate. But I'm gonna be releasing some music with Mavor. Of course, still doing poetry. I feel like I've laid back on my poetry a little bit to pursue my music, so it feels good to come back to, you know, the singing side of it. And this, it's just been such a journey. I feel like I've learned so much and grown so much in the last year. And, you know, our dynamic used to be different, and I feel like our dynamic is really about to be very, very much aligned because Ty will tell you in a heartbeat. If you look back at any of our old episodes, if you're a fan of the show, you know how we had the paper.
We had the cardboard, lime green paper. Listen, taped up in the background. Honey. We was filming everywhere. Okay,
if y'all was with us shooting in the gym, y'all know. Okay, y'all was with us, and then some of our answers might be a little bit different this season.
I think they grown. They grown this season.
We're growing and glowing over here. So yeah, I would say in my world, that's what's going on. Music and inspiring and encouraging others. I can't wait for y'all to hear that project Mavor is dropping called Mind Medicine. And it literally has been just my heart song. So many heart songs.
Yes.
And it's been, oh my God, it's just been beautiful. It's been a beautiful journey from, I don't even know how many years ago that I met Ty, and Ty was a friend of a friend, and now she's my friend, and then we were co-hosts and friends, and now it's just like this family now at this point.
Family,
so coming back to Ladies Vibes has been such a full circle moment, and I'm really looking forward to this season being dope. Like it's just been
my favorite word, dope. I see you guys. I got this hashtag thing going on, like 2023. Look out for me. Okay, we're making that hashtag. I see you guys over there typing that 2023. Look out for me. Period.
That's the slogan. I like it. I like it.
I'm loving every bit of that.
I'm loving the growth too, because like even preparing for this season, there was just so many things that we were going through. And shout out to our original producer, Ralph and Jazz.
Yes.
We won't get into we won't do a tell-all about where we came from and where we are now. But I will say Ralph has always encouraged us, and Jazz, the Mavor twins have always encouraged us to do our thing. And I love that Ralph was like, it's ladies vibe. What ladies vibes look like being run by a dude? Like
he did.
Like I'll produce, I'll help out, but this is your brainchild. Just make it happen. And he gave us that room to have that creativity to do what we do. And just thanks for giving us that platform where people want to hear what we have to say. Like no funny, like people have been looking for us and they've been like, where y'all at? What's going on? So we love y'all. We thank y'all, all the support, all the people watching right now. We thank you guys for tuning in. And we're gonna just a quick mental health check-in, scale of 1 to 10. This is something I usually try to ask whenever I interact with somebody. I'm like, okay, scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling today? Because how are you today is our day to day. So we can be like, hey, how are you? And I've tested it. Somebody will ask me, hey, how are you? I'm like, terrible. And and they don't hear what you say. They just, oh, good, thank you. Like, they just move on. So for me, I like to ask, scale of 1 to 10, where are you mentally? Ty, where are you?
We would like to see y'all too.
Facts. Put yours in there.
Put yours in there.
Put it in there.
Mentally, woo. You're like, I'm doing great.
Slowly dying.
Slowly dying inside, like, lie to you, But, honestly, a lot has been happening, like, there's been a lot of death stuff been happening around, like, it seems like every 2 weeks or so, there's somebody, a loved one, or somebody that's close to a loved one that that has passed away, and is honestly, like, the generation has just been young. It's not even so much, like, older people. I'm not saying, like, older people are supposed to die. You know what I mean? We want to live forever, but it's just been really hitting the younger generation. And every time you turn around, somebody our age or younger that has passed away. So that, and even if you know them or not, just mentally, that put a strain on you, because you're like, oh my God, like, how I got to move now, because, like, you never know when it's your last day. So that's where I'm at mentally. So I could say, like, I'm at like a 6. I would say that's not really good, but it's there, because I think about those things. Like, did I do everything that needs to be done? Because you feel like you have to run. They tell you just live life, you know what I mean? Stroll through it. But the way things is happening and been happening in this world, you like, nah, I gotta move fast, because I don't know when my day is gonna come. So, like, I gotta be like the road runner and be out here like I gotta feel like I gotta move in a fast pace to make sure that I get everything done that I want to get done, and get everything that I want to succeed and do, because of the death and the things that is happening in this world and that's happening with our young people, and it just really gets to me a lot, but I just take it basically day by day, and still on the pace as well, like, like, get these things done. So if you look back, I always say, like, I'm a procrastinator. People don't really think I am a procrastinator, because when events and things need to be done, I'm the person to be like, But deep down, if it comes to me and my stuff and my personal things, I am a procrastinator. I will procrastinate all day, okay? But when it comes to you guys, if you need me and stuff, I am there as a heartbeat and on you. So that's why I just basically promise to myself, like, hey, like, we're not procrastinating. We don't have that much time. We don't know how much time we have. Right. So you need to get to it and get into it and do what needs to be done. And that's it, and that's all. So I'm on a 6, but I'm raising to get that up to a 10. But that's where I'm at right now, is just basically moving forward and getting to the things that need to be getting done.
Listen, it's okay to not be okay. Because, like, I feel like the state of perfection that we live in is unrealistic. And I saw somebody put in the chat, Jazz put in the chat, we gotta move with intention. I love that so much, because it's like, we really don't know when our final day will come. Yes. We really don't know what's in store. So if we move intentionally, it's like you never waste a day. So even though you're at a 6 today, you might be at a 12 tomorrow.
Okay.
Like, I know the scale is 10.
It's okay, but we can go off.
Listen, as much as I don't like Sister Glow, I can't even see. Sister Glorilla said, every day the sun don't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. I'll take that line. I don't really listen to a whole lot of Glow, but I will take that line.
I'm gonna take that.
Right. Every day the sun don't shine. It really don't. But that's why I love tomorrow. Like, even though we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, even the Bible even says, like, take no thought for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like, it has enough trouble of its own. Like, today is sufficient enough, and all we got to do is, sometimes our resolution needs to be today. Mm-hmm. Like, did we survive today? And so, for some people, like, they made resolutions for 2023, but some of them were like, well, what did you accomplish in 2022? Right. And some people's accomplishment is survival. And guess what? That's enough for me. So I would say my mental health right now is about 7.5, 8. Okay. 8 being I'm doing things that I love, so that brings the brightness there. 7 being like, sometimes when you reflect on where you are, you start looking at your big age and being like, I should be over here, and I should be over here. I should have been done this. Yeah, I should have been done that. Oh, look at so and so, they doing that. I'm telling you. So I keep seeing this quote that says that comparison is the thief of joy. Honey, don't rob yourself of joy. Like, if you compare yourself to others, all you'll do is see them and look for them in you. And there's only one you. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, like, you gotta do you. There's something about you that is so uniquely different from anyone else that trying to be someone else is just, you really do rob yourself. Yes. Like, you're an imposter at this point. Like, you're trying to be somebody that you're not. Be you. Mm-hmm. Like, I used to, when I would write, because writing is like my number one, because writing gives me the tools to do what I need to do for all the other aspects of my life. But writing for me is just like, oh, people kept saying, oh, you're going to be the next Tyler Perry, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. And I always felt like, no, I'm going to be the first Niecy. Okay? I'm going to be the first Golden. Period. That's what I'm going to be like. I love Mr. Perry. If he happens to come upon this video, no shade, but I'm trying to be the first me, because if I'm trying to be someone else, I'm not being me. So within the last couple months of reflecting and really getting to know myself better, I feel like, even though at some point we'll probably talk about this, but yes, still single. Fourth season, still single, and you know what? Not miserable about it. Like, not mad at all. Like, Valentine's Day coming up, I call that Singles Awareness Day. It's coming up, and I'm not like, I feel like I'm dating myself. And not in one of those like corny, oh, I love Jesus alone. No, not that. Like, I really feel like I'm getting to know myself. The things that used to make me tick don't make me tick anymore. The things that used to motivate me don't motivate me anymore. So I got to find other tools to make myself get out of bed in the morning and say, why am I doing this? Like, what am I doing this for? What's the end goal? So all of that's a part of getting to know you. Right. Like, you want someone else to know you so well that you don't even have to say nothing. Like, they should just know. It's like, but do you know? Do you know? When you look in the mirror, do you know yourself? Like, before you can expect someone to be an expert on you, do you know you one-on-one? Right. Like, have you
should be an expert on yourself instead of relying on other people to be an expert of you.
Exactly. Because ain't nobody ever gonna know me the way that I know me.
Exactly.
And I feel like that journey can be scary. It's beautiful and it all sounds good and fluffy and nicely worded. But I feel like that journey in itself can get a little scary, because looking at yourself in the mirror and realizing that you were the reason that X, Y, or Z didn't happen, or that you were the reason that, like, what was the reason you didn't go for that one thing? What was the reason that you didn't succeed this year? Why didn't you make that goal? Right. Like, answering those questions helps, but it can be hard. So I would say for anybody, you know, if you missed the question already, it's what is your mental health check-in, 1 to 10, how y'all feeling. We want you guys to be encouraged. We want you to be motivated. When you watch Ladies Vibe, we want y'all to laugh and all that, but we also want y'all to leave here mentally in a better space than when you came.
Listen, because at the end of the day, like, we're not here, y'all thought that we was going to say, oh, our mental health is a 10. Ain't. We're not, listen, we're going to be very transparent here. Yes. We ain't at no 10. It's okay to say that we're not. It is okay, because it's people that are looking out here like, oh, hey, they out here, they ain't faking it. Yeah, we're not here to fake it. This is real stuff right here, and we're going to be transparent, and we're going to be as real as we can be to show to you guys. So yes.
I can't live like that. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's a thing from getting older, but it's like, if I feel it, I gotta say it if it's on me. I'm talking like, you ever been in that space where you'll feel a way about something and then all these thoughts just start coming and then you'll be like, but you're used to just reeling it in and just sitting back and being quiet. But my sister helped me realize, she's like, if something bothers you to have more than one conversation about, I feel like that's something that needs to be addressed. Now, I'm not saying walk up to people like, you know what? I got something on my mind. I need to tell you about yourself. No, I'm saying if you are having any issue, it could be an issue within yourself. If I had dated this guy like years ago that I complained about how I felt about my body. And I was just like, man, I just need to lose this gut real quick. I need to go on a diet. I need to do this. And he kept saying, no, you look fine. I like you the way you are. And after about a month of hearing me say that, he planned our next date to the gym. And I was insulted at first. Because I was like, excuse me.
Because you thought I look good.
Yeah, I look fine. Okay? But he was like, no, it's that you kept complaining about it, so let's do something about it.
That's right.
And I was still insulted even after that, even though he came from a place to, love or whatever, but I was just like, you're my man, you're supposed to let me vent. Like, listen. Just listen to me. But then when I thought about it again, after I left the gym, I was just like, that's kind of cool. And I got a few people in my corner right now.
That's what you need. Those are people that you need in your corner.
Have you seen that meme that was like, I want to be a 5 a.m. gym person so bad? I was like, I don't want to be 5, but 6 or 7, I would love to wake up early, like an hour, maybe 1, and go to the gym because I tried. One of my friends put me onto that. He told me, just get up, go to the gym at 6 o'clock, work out for an hour. I promise you, your whole day will start different. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Not. And then like a week later, I went to sleep dumb early. And if y'all know Golden, y'all know I am a night owl. I am up late doing nothing, just looking dumb. And one night I went to sleep at like 10:30, and I woke up at 6 without an alarm. I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, Jesus, you trying to tell me something? Like, God is trying to tell you. Was it one of those moments? But I got up, I went to the gym, I was pissed off about being there. I was pissed off about leaving my bed. I was pissed off about being there. I was just angry the whole time. But about 15 minutes into my workout, someone was like, cut on the sermon that you missed yesterday. And I was just like, okay, I'm still not happy about being here, but whatever. And literally, so much of our mental health has to do with our physical health too.
Yes.
And the foods that we eat.
Listen, let me tell you, Jackie, I see you said if we go there early, we're going to see you, but let me tell you something. I will text you because at 5 a.m. I am sneaking a piece of fried chicken that I probably cooked the night before, and I'm eating it at 5 a.m. So I'll see you. I'm struggling with that. I'll see one day. I will see you at 6 or 5 a.m. in the morning.
She said it on live, honey.
One day. I said one day.
You said you was gonna do it. Now you know she looking for you now, right? Now she gonna be like, just checking in. Maybe
is this the day? Is this the day?
Hey, it's today. No funny. Jazz has like the most like belief in people that I ever seen in my entire life. Like she believes in my dad more than I believe in my dad. Like I love my dad, I do, but I'll be like, yeah, whatever. He says a lot of things. And he said he was going to the gym, and he told me when he saw me, I went to the gym 3 times this week. I was like, you did? And Jazz was like, I saw your dad at the gym. I told you he was gonna come. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like I didn't think he was actually coming. You know how we do. Like, and this point, I guess another motto for 2023 is getting them people way. Okay, like if you are trying to get to the gym and it's January, the gyms are packed. They're gonna be packed again in February. Everybody's resolution is lose weight. Right. Guess what? My sister Dottie said, getting in people's way. If your goal, like the old folks used to say at the church, you gotta press your way. And I had to press my way to the gym at 6 a.m. and I didn't even want to be there, okay? So I'm telling you, if your goal is to get to and don't worry about how many days in a row you go. Just go. And get in the people's way. Let them be mad and huff and puff that their favorite machine has been available all summer and all winter up until now. It's now unavailable because you're on it.
You know what's funny is that even though you use that example for the gym, you can actually apply that in life too.
Ooh.
Bump that. Get in on people's way. Period. 2023. The gym, the grocery store, the school teachers be acting up with the children, just in the men, the women, whatever your preference is, whatever it is. I don't care. Get in the way. Don't let nobody stand in your way. Okay? You get in their way. Okay? Yeah. That's it. That's all.
That's another hashtag. Hashtag get in the people's way.
Okay? That's it.
Oh my God.
That's it. That's
she
all.
said anybody. Don't let nobody.
Don't let nobody.
God, she's on one today. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know what put the battery pack in her back, but Ty is back. Like she never left, honey.
Okay.
Oh my God. Get in them people way. That's a slogan. Like shout out to Dottie. Shout out to Dottie, bro. Like get in people way. Like
get in the people way.
Whatever obstacle you gotta move out of your way to get to where you need to go. Get that obstacle out of your way.
That's it.
Just go get in there. Yeah, get in there.
Like, come on, Jazzy, make that hashtag, okay? Put that hashtag with that, okay?
Listen, all the stuff y'all put in the comments, we're gonna make sure that we put them, we add those things as highlights, because man, y'all giving us so much life tonight. Like,
no, definitely.
For real. This is like the season where people go through seasonal depression because it gets darker sooner. And I didn't know that was a thing. They're like, oh, my seasonal depression was gonna start. I was like, how you know when you about to be depressed? Like, but then I was like, oh, when it gets darker sooner, people start feeling lonely. It's really a whole thing. We're gonna make sure we do a whole episode about mental health. But
no, I can see that too. Cause when it gets darker, so I'm like, oh, I gotta go home. But then when it's light still at 7 o'clock, you're like, oh, let's be outside. So I can actually see that. I can actually see. I felt that. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, thank you. She put get in there. yeah, get in there. Yeah,
that's it. That's right.
Listen, thank you. We were talking earlier off camera about getting some merch things together. So Deshaun, we will definitely be hitting up Redemption Studios to get some stuff done.
Yes.
More on self-reflection. Oh my goodness. What's something that you learned about yourself recently?
So everybody that knows that's basically on here pretty knows me well. You definitely know me well. I'm not mean, okay? I'm just gonna say this out there. I'm really not mean. I am like the sweetest, caring person. You would love to have somebody like me in your corner.
Yes.
To just feel like
that's
that.
For sure.
So I did learn that, like back in the day and stuff, like I wasn't mean, but I was very rough. I was very hardcore, and I was hard for people to approach me. So I was people like be really scared. I mean, I got the rest in biatch face sometimes, but it wasn't even that. Like it's just like I just be so hardcore, like in my shell, and it's not impersonal. It's just who I am because I get it from my mom. My mom is like that, Or I just like to sit and analyze people too. And if I don't like certain vibes and stuff like that, I put like this shell on. I'll be like, nah, back up. You know what I mean? But I learned from myself, and with confrontation too. I learned myself like when I feel like the confrontation is coming and stuff like that. I used to get on. I know we keep saying Jazzy and stuff like that because. Not because it's either, but I used to be mad at Jazzy because when confrontation used to hit, she would never entertain it. So I used to be mad. Yeah. Like, girl, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, I used to be so mad. I used to be even with Keisha, we both could be over here. You gotta get in there, you gotta do this, you gotta do it because I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm still kind of like that, but a little bit softer. So I learned from them as well. Like I don't really get in confrontation. Like now, I actually take you know what? It's not worth it. It's not. I use my inside voice because sometimes I could get really crazy with my voice. I was told to season my words with salt. Thank you, Yolanda. I still kept that word with me. But I definitely season my words with salt. And I don't get confrontational anymore. Like if I don't like things, I do tell that I don't like it, but I learn to use my voice in a better way and present myself and telling why I don't like what I'm seeing or what you are doing to me. So I became a little bit softer and more approachable, you know. So that's what I learned about myself. I ain't no softy though. Not too much because
that's not to be played with.
Okay, the B&Bs will come out, and I got Vaseline in my purse. Yes. So I got it all the time. I'm always strapped, okay, with the Vaseline.
Some things are still in there,
okay. But
don't play yourself.
But deep inside, like I just learned to just it's not worth it. Don't go there. This not worth it. Don't go there. Don't raise your voice. It's okay. It's not worth it. So I learned altogether that some things are just not worth it, and sometimes some things just don't deserve your energy.
Yeah,
that's it.
Listen, that's some things just don't deserve your energy, and it's like I keep seeing these different memes, and it just make I'm used to people like, oh, you talk so eloquently and you're so intelligent, and I'm like, bruh, I see memes and that stuff be like just sticking with me, and it was like sometimes we gotta get rid of the version we created of ourselves for survival and learn to just live in who we are now. People. Like, I learned a lot of who I am and a lot of my characteristics come from a place of survival. Mm-hmm. Like, I had to do what I had to do so I can make it through this. Like, I had to do and had to be I had to be that tough exterior. I had to be that hard shell. I had to be that person. And I'm like, I don't have to be that person anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, this doesn't have to be who I am.
Right.
Like, I decide who I am.
Right.
And as much as this is what I mean by our dynamic has changed so much, because I'm like, dang, there's not going to be as much back and forth because the maturity is there. But I like that, our perspectives are still very much different. So that's what you'll get in this season too. Like you'll see us agree on a lot more stuff. And I remember in one of our other episodes, Ty said, see, Golden says the stuff that I should do, but I say the stuff that I'm doing like right now. Like this is what it is, okay? And this is what it is. But I be trying to get like Golden because she's just so calm. I'm like, girl, you see me turn up, okay? But for the most part, like it's like she said, I don't lend my energy to everywhere, and they don't deserve. Some spaces just don't deserve my energy or my presence. That's so right. It's just like, I see what you're trying to do. And for me, I've learned because sometimes your petty ways help you a little bit. Yeah. I am the kind of petty person that once I know that you dislike me, it is my job to be unbothered. Oh. It is my goal in this interaction to be the most unbothered person I can be. I'm talking Omarion level of unbothered. Okay? Good. I'm trying to be Lori Harvey level of unbothered. I'm trying to be like Lori, okay? Like we're just Omarion, Lori, just those vibes, Janae Aiko vibes. Where I'm just like, I don't even like. Oh, you were upset. Oh, wasn't aware.
You want to let him out? Cause
right. What you want me to do with that? Like, what you want me to do with all of that extra? That has nothing to do with me. Like, and I learned about myself too. Like, and I'm still learning that other people's opinions of me aren't my business.
That's right.
And I used to be like, oh, I wonder what they said in the room when I wasn't there. And it's just, now I'm like, I don't care. I don't have time for any of that anymore. And I just, I can't entertain that. It's like, some stuff just really don't even matter. Most things, little petty things like that, really just don't matter. So I'm just like, I learned about myself to not lend my energy to multiple places, to get rid of some of my survival tactics that I no longer need. They no longer serve me.
That's right.
And to not care what other people think of me. And I feel like that realization has been in a reflection of my music and my poetry. Like, I used to be that person that I don't like to be compared to people, whether good or bad. I don't want you to tell me that someone's better than me, and I don't want you to tell me that I'm better than someone.
Right.
That doesn't flatter me at all. Like, it doesn't do any good to me for you to put someone else down to compliment someone else. Yeah. Like, that's crazy to me. It's like, Why can't we both just be good?
Why we just can't build each other up? Why are we doing that?
And another thing I really learned is the power of like our experiences can be mirror opposite and still coexist.
Okay.
Like people always say, like especially we church kids, they'll be like, yeah, and I was going through the muck and the miry clay, but God, and it's like, well, I had a terrible relationship with my father, and we also have a great one now. It's not but, because I don't want to negate what happened, because I still need to heal from that, and you still need to heal from that. That's right. You can't negate it. You can have two polar opposite experiences, and they both coexist. Yeah. So I've been learning to change my language a little bit in that way, and instead of being like, well, you know, so-and-so will do this, but, you know, I'm over that now. And I'm actively working to be better about it.
There we go.
I'm actively working on expressing myself in a positive way. I'm actively working on forgiving that person, because it's hard. It's hard out here for a pimp. I'm not made of stone, but at the same time, I'm not made of glass. So I'm learning to navigate in both of those spaces, that your trauma can coexist with your triumph, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's where we are right now.
We can close up. We still got 20 minutes.
All right. Listen, feel free in this next season, because this is our first episode back, and we're going to keep it 100 and 1,000 with y'all always. If y'all have any questions whatsoever, feel free to submit them to our DMs. Feel free to hit us up on IG. We check our own messages. Yes. We ain't got no global person like China looking at us. It's us. If you get a reply, it's us.
It's us.
And if you get left on red, it's probably because one of us is checking it while we're out and about. So I'm sorry. But I promise we will make sure that we contact you back. If you guys have any questions whatsoever on any subject, put them in the comments, whatever. We want to make sure that we address all the stuff y'all want us to address. Okay, what's something you still want to change about yourself?
Wow.
I would say for me, my sensitivity. My sister told me I was sensitive the other day, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off, bro. I'm like, because certain words have a negative connotation, so it gives you the thought, like when you hear ignorant, you're just naturally offended. And ignorant just means that you're not knowledgeable. Yeah. And so when she called me sensitive, I was like, I ain't sensitive, I ain't no punk, I ain't soft, like, I'm dead ass. Being like, no, I ain't even have to be like, when she said it, you would have thought that a pair of Timbs just appeared on my feet. And a Yankee fitted ended up cocked up to the side on my head. Like, what? I ain't sensitive. Like, what? But she was like, sensitive don't mean that you a punk. It just means that right now, the season that you're in, a lot of things are getting to you. And that couldn't get to you before. Like, I feel like I am so emotional, and it makes me feel like when women go through like menopause or something. Because I'm like, why do things that didn't bother me before bother me now? Like, why am I crying during movies now? I don't cry during movies. I'm not a crier. I cried watching that episode of Moesha or something. The game. I was like, what is happening? It's not a baby. It ain't menopause. I just feel emotionally connected though, like to more people. I feel very empathetic. I could be with a person now and be like, I feel what they're going through. So at first, I would change my sensitivity, but I feel like I would turn it into empathy if I could.
Okay. With me, let me see. Chances. So, like I said, I am on the journey of like basically leaving a lot of things behind me. That's not good for me right now. So. I'm still working on that. So that is something that I actually do want to change. I'm to the point that I'm not saying like I'm literally like, oh, just forget everything. You know, I have to limit how many chances I'm going to give you. I have to put a limit on a limit. There we go. So that's what I'm going to change for. That's what I'm working on. on limits on how many limits I'm putting on people. I have to give them a limit. I can't keep giving you chances and chances and chances, and you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I can't do it. Like my pastor used to say, it's just like the dog with the vomit. You know, the dogs throw up and they go and eat their vomit. You know what I mean? Like, the two stupid dogs. Like, come on. Like, I'm not going to keep doing it. They're going to vomit and they're going to go eat their vomit again. No, I'm not going to keep. I had to learn to put a limit on certain people that doesn't put so much value into my life and not there for me that where they need to be, and then cut them off. So I have to limit these chances on certain people that are in my life.
You know what another word for that? Boundaries. That's the word for the year. Boundaries. People don't like, it's a buzzword too. People don't like to hear, oh God, now. People get so mad about you having boundaries for yourself. It's like, how you mad that I'm not going to let you F me over again?
Right. How you mad?
Like, how you mad?
Like, I done gave you 1,000 chances, right. And now when I speak up, you mad?
Right. You want 1,001 and you mad at me because I'm not giving you that extra one? Bruh,
and I pre-warned you, we had this conversation,
right.
And we keep having the conversation. And then when I finally able to get the strength, like, I'm not having this conversation no more. How you have the audacity to be mad at me? Right. Because I found it at this point that, no, we can't do this anymore. I'm not going to take that. Just go with friendships and everything. Yeah. It's not even about relationships or nothing.
Once you say that one thing about, look, this is what it is, and if you do A,
yes,
B will be the result. So, this is my last warning, because I feel like with women, like what we do is we always give people, we just naturally nurture, so we give people mad chances. So what we do is we'll say, as long as we're talking, that's a good indication that we're willing to work on it. But once we stop talking, like men, I just love when men be like, they'll be like, oh, well, she just won't be quiet. She won't. It's like, but do you hear her silence though? Okay, when she quiet, that's when you should worry, because it's like Medea said with the twig and the nest over there somewhere else. Just taking the twig, just happy as happy could be, and then you just boom, don't see it coming. Okay. I don't know why you don't see it coming, because we give you that one conversation where we're like, you know what? This is it. If this happens again, if this is a repeat behavior, I am done. And it shouldn't be a surprise. I'm not saying anything else about it. This is it. This is the last conversation about it. So for me, I had to learn to create boundaries. And the boundaries are hard for me because I love so hard. I am just... Yes. I gotta be there. I gotta be reliable. Whenever you call, I gotta come running. I feel like that's so much of my identity was being dependable and reliable, even when I couldn't get anything back from that. And it's like, I'm learning that you really can't pour from an empty cup. And it's like how I got to give to you and I don't got nothing to give to me. So boundaries, definitely, that's a big one. And don't get me wrong, boundaries, they're not bricks. Sometimes boundaries are stick fence that you kick down yourself every time your love for a person makes you go out of your way. So boundaries, they're not all concrete, but creating them, recognizing that there's an issue here, and creating that boundary and sticking with that boundary. Sticking with the boundary is the hard part. So I feel like we all got to get to a place where we respect ourselves enough not to betray ourselves by allowing other people to mistreat us. Once you start to treat yourself well, I feel like that opens the gate to make sure that others treat you well. And if they don't, there's no love lost.
No love lost.
But you can't stay here.
Okay, because
ain't no room for you.
Because listen.
Well, wait, what my voice said? I'm gonna have to put you on the block with the others.
Because listen, I know maybe one of my kids is on here, so let me tell you boundaries. Because I know I told you to clean the room, and I ain't gonna keep telling you to clean the room, and I gave you so many chances to clean the room.
Not too many.
So now when I go and if that room ain't clean, I don't give you too many chances, and you're giving me your iPhone. Oh. So I'm just letting you know. Okay.
Mama has spoken.
Okay.
Mama don't.
That goes for us mothers too. Too many chances. Stop giving them kids too many chances. Let's set up the boundaries. We love what we do. Oh, yeah, there we go. Embarrassing. Look, there we go. So you're the culprit. There we go. Look, there goes another one. Here we go.
Not too much. Not too much on top 5. Okay? Not too much on top 5. That's what we're not going to do. Here, ladies' vibe. We are a peaceful show. That's right. That's right. We put them on a block with the others.
That's
okay?
it.
That's a double entendre, okay?
Definitely.
That you can either be sitting on the block watching me be great, or you can be in the dark on the block button. Either way, you don't exist. And once, for me, and I hate to even be cold like that, but I've always been that way. But once you cease to exist in my world, it's no love lost. But I don't know you. Sorry to this man. He could be walking down the street and I wouldn't know a thing. Like, I've had exes that I forgot about. My sister would be like, yeah, you know John. I'm like, John, you was with him for like 3 years.
3 years, forgot all about her.
Not jogging your memory. John Doe, you know John. And the thing is, I'm really not faking it, I promise you. It used to be me being funny, but I'm dead ass. I'm like,
I don't even remember because you just...
John, once you push back to the cemetery that is my thoughts,
okay,
you don't exist in my world.
And we don't take up dead bodies.
We don't take
up dead bodies, okay? So, once you're there, you're there,
girl,
baby.
you about to make me cuss the gym. You about to make me cuss the gym.
Okay? That's all.
I said in a poem once, and I say it again, I am not somebody's boulevard of broken dreams. I am not in the business of repairing broken people. That is not my job. If I can love you to life, cool. But I don't think that we should put that much pressure on ourselves to build other people up if it breaks us down. You can only pour from a cup where you have something in it, and if it's empty, you shouldn't be pouring into anything. You got to pour back into you and replenish you so that you can give to others. Like they say the analogy with the teacup and the saucer. Everything in the saucer should be for you, and everything in the teacup should be for you, and everything on the saucer is what you have to give away. So anything in the cup is yours. Anything on the saucer, give that away because that's extra. That's abundance. Like, so you got extra to give away, give that away. But don't, if it's your last. Now I'm not telling people not to be good people and be a good Samaritan, but if you should never sacrifice yourself in a way where your kids aren't gonna have food to eat or clothes to wear, you're not going to have a place to live, or you should never sacrifice your mental health. When you're finally at that 9 or 10 mark, and then you speak to somebody who vents to you, and you don't have the capacity to receive all that information and be able to pour some of your goodness into them, don't do it. It's like, it's not worth it because you work too hard to get to this space where you're okay mentally, for someone else to just dump all theirs on you and for y'all both to be in the same place. Misery does love company.
Yes,
so you got to do, I guess this year is also selfish. And selfish has a negative connotation. But selfishness just means looking out for you.
For you.
That doesn't mean only looking out for you. It just means looking out for you more. Right. Like, just being more attentive to your own needs. And reflect on that. Be self-aware. I feel like that's the biggest part. Like, ladies, if a dude say one thing and his actions tell you something else, go with the action thing. Because the words always mean something else. But the action thing, thing always
the real deal. Okay.
Like, I'll deal with a dude who'll tell me a whole bunch of nothing, but then his actions show me something else, and then they be wondering why I'm confused. I'm confused because your words and your actions not lining up.
Nope.
Like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like, which one am I supposed to believe? And because I'm not sure, I'm not aware of how you move exactly, I feel like I should go with the action part because you're going to keep doing, those are patterns, those are things that are going to keep coming up. So you got to be, my dad always says lately, you got to be honest with yourself about being honest with yourself.
That's right.
So if I'm being honest with myself, there's still so much awareness that I need to have on myself and get to know me, but also get to know you too. And you can do a world of difference when you know yourself and you're secure in yourself. It'll just be easy to give unto others and sow into others, and when you're good to you. And that's just, seeing is believing. Okay. Listen, don't hit my line talking about, I want to talk to you, and then I don't hear from you I'm dead serious. I want to settle down.
I can't play one day.
Don't play nothing. Leave me on red after I replied. I didn't even hit you. I replied to your message, and then you just leave it. Just leave it there. But then tell me then your actions also back that up. Like your words, I got receipts saying that this is what you want, but your actions show me you ain't really gonna do squat about it. No. So what do I believe? Oh, come on, Manny. You can care for people, but you can't carry them.
Come on
with the wisdom and the gems. Okay, help us out because we're not even just here to entertain and help y'all. Help us, okay? Listen, I don't mind being read, as long as y'all respectful. If you can't. What did they say? You can't correct people that you don't have a relationship with. So I'm not even offended when people give me like, you ever had unsolicited advice and you be like, who asked you? Who sent you? Who are you? Like if you don't have a relationship with people, you can't give them advice. You can't tell them what they need to do.
Especially if they didn't ask for it.
Exactly. Like I'm sorry to even say it like this. If sis got a no good dude, see I'm trying. You see my language is changing.
Yes, go ahead.
I want to cuss a lot.
You got that good.
But if sis got a no good dude and he doing her dirt, and she keep going back. She obviously doesn't care about your life.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Mind your business.
And my motto is, you like it, I love it, honey.
Okay,
yeah, it's like, you like it, I love it. You good over here? Oh, you good fighting out in the street, acting like a Jerry Springer or Maury episode? Cool.
Okay.
That ain't my business. Hey, I'll see you later, girl. Let me know when y'all done being crazy out in the street.
I ain't sent no packages to Joe. I ain't got that.
Honey, the inflation? I can't afford groceries for me. I'm just sending you crackers and candy or fruit snacks and stuff.
No, man. I'm not putting money on my phone for you to call me from Joe either. I told you. Because I got to do my phone bill. So I'm not putting extra money so you can call me.
No phone bill money. No bail money. No commissary money.
And no snacks.
No package. No care package. No money on the phone. No money on the books. Nothing. Okay? We're living in abundance this year. All right. So before we get out of here, we're going to close out the show with this new segment that the way we're going to wrap up from now on. Okay. And it's called What's the Golden Rule? So, nice little play on words because I'm golden. So I would say if we're talking about reflecting on ourselves, I would say the golden rule is put you first. Of all the things we said and all the advice that we gave, put you first because you can't pour from an empty cup. That's the golden rule. Put you first. Yes. And then our second half of that closing segment will be called Let's Tie This Up.
I'm tied.
Because she's tied.
So basically, as you're wrapping this up, we're tying it up.
Tie it together.
Tie it together. Basically, just make sure that you guys stay tuned for us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Like I said before, we basically elevated more with our podcast. So we are going to be more transparent. No subject is untouched and not real.
Wait, no subject untouched? We're going to finally talk about that thing.
We're going to talk about everything, okay?
We're going to talk about that thing.
We're going to talk about everything, okay? But we're just basically want to make sure that even though we're talking to you guys, it's a safe space for you guys too. You got questions and stuff, and we're more than welcome to answer them. So just make sure that you guys hit us up and see us out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. here on Instagram, Lady Vibez.
We love y'all. Thank you for rocking with us and thank y'all for being with us. It's just the Lady Vibez with golden inside. It's golden inside. It's golden inside. It's just the Lady Vibez. Golden inside. Let's get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Let's get into it.
We did it.